We're on the road early this morning. Well, it's really not early. It's almost 8 o'clock. I don't get up that early. So we're headed to Lake Glendale in Illinois. You can see no sidekick this morning. He's at work doing a little practicing. We both got some family coming in this weekend. We're going to take them fishing, try to put them on some fish. So we don't typically fish Lake Glendale a lot, usually about once or twice a year. And so I'm going to go there this morning, kind of poke around, see if I can find some fish and locate some spots to maybe take our guests to this weekend. Be fairly close to the house and whatnot. So anyways, let's go. Right there, boys. Maybe we're on to something. See. Well, as soon as I would turn the camera off, I was about to move. Caught me a decent bluegill here, pretty good size. I'm gonna throw him in the cooler and throw back in there. Hopefully a bunch of his buddies are in there and they're hungry too. Another good size one. The problem is they're just here and there. I haven't found them grouped up at all. I believe I called it. Another keeper for the box though. Missed him. We missed him. What did you do? You were looking too hard. Let's try again. You got to be quiet. That's a tough something. Slung me off in a freaking lily pad. He did. No, he didn't. He's still in there. It's a big old bluegill right there. Sucker's almost purple. But not almost. He is. It's a crazy color one right there. He's dark, got some purple in him, a little bit of green right there on his belly. It's a pretty fish, honestly. We'll see what he tastes like. There we go. There we go. All it took was a little small adjustment. And we got us a good bluegill. Real good bluegill. Show what we got there. That's a good sized bluegill. Real good size eating bluegill. Alright, so I'm about to put you on the bill of my hat here. And let me explain the hole we're fishing in first. So, this right here is a little creek that feeds into the lake. And we got a little bit of everything going on here. We got some lily pad edge, obviously. We got a little bit of a grass line, more lily pad edge. Right about there, there's a tree in the water. I don't think you could probably see it, but a little bit of structure down there. So there's a lot of different options for fish right here. So when they decide they need to move, you know, from lily pads to grass or grass to structure or whatever, it's all right here. So we may find them congregated up in here. We're gonna cast up there. We just caught that good one, and my battery went dead, so I had to change the batteries. But we just caught that guy, and we're gonna see if we can pull out some of his cousins real quick. So I'm gonna put you on the hat. We're gonna see if we can finally get into some good ones here. All right, here we go with the Hillgilly hat cam. Man, that is heavy. I've done this one other time, and this probably won't last too long, but maybe we'll get a shot at catching a fish or two, because Feels like it's trying to pull the hat off my head. All right, let's see. I'm trying not to bend over too far. Let's see what happens. No, we can't fling it off, so. Hillgilly hat cam, catch me a fish. Boom, right there. Just what we was talking about. They're loaded right there at the mouth of that creek. Probably, as much rain as we've had is probably feeding all kinds of stuff down. And there's us another keeper, folks. Y'all did a good job of staying patient, keeping your wits about yourself. And for that, we were rewarded with a good bluegill. All right. Let's see if we can catch another one, and maybe we'll give you a different view. It is hard to keep your head still here. Let's see if it's instantaneous here. Yep, right there. There's another one. Feels like a good one. Oh yeah, another keeper. You guys are doing pretty good for being the first time. Appreciate y'all coming along and following the channel. If you haven't yet, hit that like and subscribe. We're always doing stupid stuff. Whether we're talking about stupid stuff, going on dumb adventures like tornado-ridden creeks, doing hat cams or front of the boat cams, or you know, sometimes Pilo likes to eat worms or crappie baits, or we always got something crazy going on. So I think they're up in there just a little further. They don't seem to be out here. So let's throw up in that creek and see if we can catch just one more on this hat cam. One more time. Oh, that's gonna be a fish. That is a fish right there. What'd I tell you? Oh man, that's a good one. I don't know what it is, but that's a good one. That's gotta be a bass, right? I mean, that sucker's heavy. Oh no, he's hung me up on something. There we go. We got him off. No, just a good bluegill. Good bluegill. Good Lord. All right. I mean, that sucker, he's pretty fat. He's pretty thick. We're gonna mess around and have this little mess right here. I tell you what, let me take you off his old hat cam now. Whoa, man, I about fell. I lost my balance. That wasn't on the boat, that was on me, because I'm acting like a fool. Hey, looky there. That feels like another good one. Nah. Oh, that's another one of them fat warmouth, man. They got some big little warmouth here. Maybe you guys are just bad luck. I was about to call it a day and just gonna cruise one more bank line. Massive. Caught a donkey. Couldn't get the camera on fast enough. We'll try that area again. See if I can show you. There we go. Here's another good one. Another good bluegill. My goodness. How about that, guys? I think we might have found this little hole of big ones here. All right, guys, we've officially found where they're at. We've searched all day, and I should have came to this side a lot earlier, but I skipped this bait because I'd never really caught much in here. But yeah, here they are. Here they are. Let's hope that hook's still on there. Oh yeah, we didn't lose a thing. This day's winding down, folks, and you know, it's been a struggle, but we scratched out a pretty good mess, and I'm about to hit the rest of this little bay here, and that'll probably end my day. But you know, today was a practice day. I wanted to you know, or test day, whatever you want to see. I wasn't necessarily coming to fill a cooler, and I didn't have a number in mind that I really wanted to catch. I just wanted to see, is this somewhere I might want to bring somebody? We got family coming in town. My daughter may want to fish with me this week. So this was a test and see what's here. I kind of wanted to get out of the house anyway. So I've been fishing for, oh, there, hang on, we got one on. Or do we? Nibbling? Bam, there, oh, I missed him talking to you guys. So I think I got here and got fishing around 9 a.m. It's about 2:30 now, and you know, for the first few hours this is a little bit of a struggle. Few that was catching them small, but we weren't even getting many bites. But we focused on the other side of the lake. The wind changed, and I decided to start blowing out of the north, and it's pushing against these banks, and I decided to come over here and hit, and slowly have grinded my way to a decent cooler. Now they're just fooling around with me, so that's why you see me. But a couple things to keep in mind is that you know, on these slow days like this, one, don't lose your confidence. If you've caught fish before, you know what works. You know what works for you. You know how you like to fish, whether it's lures or bait, your setup. Here's a good one. That's a real good one. Yeah. Sorry I hit you with a pole there. PP. I'm talking like a kid today. I don't know what my deal is. But anyways, you know, just be confident. Don't let it shake you to where you start grasping at straws and throwing stuff that you don't typically fish with. You know, I'm not saying that you don't ever need to think outside the box. I'm saying don't get desperate. You know, be confident, use your knowledge, use your experience. You know, if you've got electronics, what are they telling you? Pay attention to your surroundings. You know, situational awareness. Where's the wind blowing? Whatever the banks the wind is blowing against, often that's where the fish are going to be. So when I noticed this morning it changed, I decided to change tactics, try the other side of the lake, and well, here's the proof in the pudding right here. I mean, oh man, he got off. You know, appreciate days like today. If fishing was so easy that every time you know, occasionally we do go to places where it feels like every time your line's in the water you hook one, like without even trying. Even though that's fun sometimes, it makes me appreciate days like today where it makes me think, makes me kind of go through the process. I actually enjoy days like today. Now I wish I had a few more in the cooler. Well, man, I'd say we're probably about 15 or so in there, so that's not a bad day. I'd love to finish the day with 25 and know that I had to work for them. So I wish we could have caught a few more this morning. I wish all day would have been like the last 20 minutes here has been. I've caught 4 or 5 keepers in the last 20 minutes, but I'm having to work for them. I'm adjusting my depth of my bobber, and you know, kind of where I'm casting, how I'm retrieving, that kind of deal. I'm just making very subtle changes, probably stuff that most people wouldn't even pick up on with the naked eye, but just little stuff I'm doing. And that's the other thing, is when you are struggling and you start, you know, making changes, think about it, it's just like cooking. Like, you don't just add salt by the cup's full, just a little bit until you figure out and you get it right. So when you're making those adjustments, don't make big swings. Just, you know, a little deeper, a little shallower, throwing here, throwing there, you know, trying different color baits. You know, if you're using artificial stuff, you know, just little subtle stuff, and just enjoy the process. Hey, if you don't catch them all, there's a reason. Fishing ain't easy. Some people can make it look that way, but honestly, it can be pretty frustrating. Let's see if we can get a couple more here before we go. Yeah, buddy. There's a good one. There's another one for the box. It's a good sized one, and he's probably the smallest one I've caught. Well guys, we ran out of battery earlier, and I was just slow to change it because I had phone calls and was fishing and whatnot. But I'm about 15 minutes over what I said I was going to leave today. Actually, I think I said I'd be home by 3. It's now 3:15. I got about a 45-minute drive, so 45-minute drive. But I found one more hole. We're going to throw in there a few times, see if we can pull a couple out. Caught a couple since my battery ran out on the camera, so see what we can pull out of this last hole, and then we're going to get out of here. There we go. Yeah, he's worth it. He's worth it. Well guys, that's a wrap for this video. We had a pretty good day by the end of the day. It started out really slow and it didn't pick up till afternoon, and kind of atypical of bluegill fishing. Usually where you find one, you find 20. That was not the case. I was doing good to find you know, two together, let alone a bunch. But we still scratched out probably about 20, I guess. Well, we might have a couple more than 20, but the positive side was that they're all really good size. I probably only threw back 5 or 6 all day, and you know, I have not fished Glendale that often, because every time I did come, it was just little small dinks, and today I just didn't feel like driving so far, so I thought I'd give it a shot. Typically I've always fished this lake a little early in the year, you know, March, maybe the 1st of April, and the results have been and I thought, you know what, this is when the bluegill and the red ear should be fired up. So I'm going to give her a fair shake. I was by myself, so I wasn't disappointing anybody that they had come and not catch fish. So it was all on me, and I actually enjoyed it. It's kind of fun having to work for it, hunt them. Made it a little more rewarding when I did catch them, and kind of, you know, they put me to work today, but I got them. So hey, like and subscribe to the page, please. We're closing in on 300. We may have gotten them today, I don't know. So y'all have a good day. Get out and get fishing.